The Canary Trap is a technique used to expose information leaks. In this case, expose betrayal. Most people wait to be betrayed and they never see it coming. They trust their friends, they trust their coworkers, and it's not until the knife is in their back do they realize they made their biggest mistake. Tyrion Lannister doesn't wait. In your life, you probably aren't hunting for spies in castles, but you are negotiating for promotions, you're sharing sensitive ideas, and at the very least, you're navigating team dynamics. The mistake most people make is assuming loyalty. They assume that because no one is attacking them, everyone's with them. Additionally, because they would never betray anyone themselves, they have a hard time recognizing betrayal as a threat. Today, we're breaking down 3 mechanics Tyrion uses to survive betrayal and navigate loyalty. How to verify it, how to buy it, and crucially, how you lose it.
Council has a reputation for serving past hands poorly. I don't mean to follow Ned Stark to the grave.
In Season 2, Tyrion arrives in King's Landing as the Hand of the King. He's surrounded by potential foes, Pycelle, Varys, Littlefinger. The last hand died, and Tyrion doesn't intend to follow suit. A normal person might try to look into these past events or check for clues in body language. But Tyrion isn't about to guess, so instead, he runs an audit. He calls these men into his office one by one. He tells them he's planning to marry off Princess Myrcella. To Pycelle, he says she's going to Dorne. To Varys, the Iron Island. To Littlefinger, the Vale. And then he waits. When Cersei storms in screaming about Dorne, the audit is complete. He doesn't need to trust anyone, he just needs to trace the information. Intelligence agencies call this the Canary Trap. The logic is simple. If you suspect a leak, you don't plug it immediately. You feed it specific, unique dye in the form of information and see where it stains. This is the first lesson of survival in a high-stakes environment. Trust is not a feeling. It's a hypothesis you must test. If you are unsure about someone's allegiance, do not give them your trust. Give them a piece of information that is low risk to you, but high value to them, and see where it comes back to you from someone else's mouth. In other words, don't wait for betrayal. Accelerate it. But you just can't hunt traitors all day. Eventually, you need allies.
Just because I pay you for your services doesn't diminish our friendship.
Enhances it, really.
This brings us to the most honest relationship in the entire show. Tyrion builds trust on one of the most stable foundations, self-interest. Mixing money and friendship can be messy and lead to problems, but Tyrion knows that it's not just about the money. He knows that Bronn has no reason to love him. Bronn is a sellsword. Tyrion tried to appeal to Bronn's honor, Bronn would just laugh. Instead, Tyrion makes the incentive transparent. I pay you to keep me alive, implying if I die, the money stops. This is called incentive alignment. The most trustworthy people in your life aren't necessarily the ones who like you. They're the ones whose interests are perfectly aligned with yours. When the terms of the relationship are clear, there is no room for betrayal. Betrayal happens in the ambiguity, when one person thinks it's about honor or love, and the other person thinks it's about business. Tyrion removes this ambiguity entirely. It's cold, it's transactional, but it's one of the reasons Tyrion survives many deadly situations. But this logic has a fatal flaw. In Season 6, this same logic nearly destroys him. Incentive alignment only works if you actually know what the other person wants.
You are wrong to trust these men.
I don't trust the masters. I trust their self-interest.
Tyrion is trying to bring peace to Meereen. He wants the masters who are supporting the Sons of the Harpy to stop. Once again, he tries to be transactional. He offers them a deal. Slavery will end, but you will have 7 years to transition away from it. This is the golden handcuff strategy. He's trying to buy peace. He assumes that the masters are like Bronn, that they are rational actors who just want to protect their profits. He thinks if I make them rich enough, the problems are over. He is wrong. The masters feign taking the deal and then promptly turn around and attack the city, completely betraying Tyrion's trust. Tyrion made a fatal error. He projected his own values onto his enemy. Tyrion values life, comfort, and gold. The masters value dominance, supremacy, and power. They believe they are superior beings. To them, slavery isn't a business model, it's a worldview. Cannot negotiate with someone who believes they own you. Tyrion thought he was making a business deal while the masters were just biding their time. This is the danger of projecting value. Sometimes people don't want the money. So audit your circle, pay your friends well, but never make the mistake of thinking your enemy is just like you. Sometimes they don't want the deal. Sometimes they just want to watch you burn. Thanks for watching. We release new videos every week. Subscribe for more breakdowns like this.